Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, Seth on the other Lieutenant Jenny Jr. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the intro. This is an old game, so let's go ahead and roll the intro and we'll talk about it. Alright, if you like what I'm doing, please go to that link. Please come support me if you like what I'm doing. Alright. Oh, I don't have my kitty active. Alright, hold on. Alright, well, I'm activating kitty here. Alright, so like I said, this is an old game. Well, the other one. About a year ago, I actually did this game now. This everything and now. Back when I was in like high school, me and my friends used to play this game, this everything else, and then like go at each other, this everything else. A lot of times I always pick the Zergs because the Zergs, how fast, you can create like a bunch of them and then send them in like crazy to attack and destroy and all other kinds of craziness. So a lot of times I would always pick the Zergs and stuff. That's everything else. So a year ago, now I just added this to my Patreon page because like, oh, I forgot about this. So I've added this to my Patreon page, just everything else. But, today, this guy came out. This guy is like a mad scientist, just everything else. He literally took the Zergs and like made them into robots, this everything else. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Aaron. This here StarCraft, this is the StarCraft 1, this everything else. And then about a year ago, I got because I actually pre-ordered this, and I did a little quick video of it, but I didn't do anything else with it, this everything else and all. So later on, I'll be adding this to my thing and doing the whole campaign, this everything else. But, I've always enjoyed the Zergs, this and everything else. But this guy, now we're going to play the video here, this and everything else. But this is like a mad scientist type where he's basically, StarCraft 2 is not quite 10 years old. Oh! Well, I'm going to go ahead and play the video because, like I said, when I used to play this against my friends, I always picked the Zerg because how, you can make multiple Zergs and send them in like crazy and they would just swarm things and destroy things, just everything else. But this guy is turning them into robots, basically.
I've been called a freedom fighter, a whistleblower, a fugitive. Some have even labeled me a hero, but they're wrong, because I'm a genius too. A hero genius. A genius. Really, Gary? I'm not making it up. That was me, your best buddy in the galaxy, Egon Stepman. Why do you always question me? I mean, look what I did with my Mecha Swarm. I upgraded them with my own special blend of energy called Egonergy. When they're fully charged, they can do all sorts of nifty tricks. Take my Mecha Baneling. Egonergy makes them harder to kill and more powerful. It can even give the little guys the ability to jump. I programmed my Mecha Ultralisk as the answer to any mechanical bad guys that get in our way. And I added missile launchers to my Mecha Hydralisk, but that was just the start. I've put the finishing touches on something even better. I call them Steadalites. Think of them like a cross between Zerg creep tumors and Protoss pylons. Except not as slimy. Or shiny. These are very important because they're the only way to recharge Egonergy. They can also give our little buddies a speed boost and keep them patched up. And because I am a firm believer in recycling, I designed the Steadalites to collect mecha remnants from the battlefield and use them to build more friends. Nothing else I've created compares! And wait, I didn't mean it like that! Hey, where are you going? Gary! Get back here! It's way too dangerous out there! Hey! I didn't know you could overcharge the Stedalites like that. Wait, you can teleport to them too? And when did you learn to shoot a giant electric ball of death? You're a natural! And you can be even more! Yes, so much more! I can upgrade you into... Super Gary! Now you can deploy your own Stet Zone and keep the Mecha Swarm enhanced on the go! And if any of our little friends are destroyed in battle, you can feed on their Mecha Remnants to become more powerful! I always knew you had it in you. Really, get over here and give me a hug, you rascal.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. StarCraft. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and kill that. But now, like I said, I started about a year ago showing this. I actually picked up this pack today, this and everything else. Yeah, when I used to play this thing, I always played it as a Zerg, this and everything else. Because, you know, just the way you can build them and push them, this and everything else. I love playing as a Zerg. These updates look great. Exactly. I mean, it's crazy, you know, with the game, this and everything else and all. But as you can see, you know, with these new updates, just everything else and all, and it's optimized to Windows 10. So if you've got Windows 10 and you have at least a good type video card, just everything else and all, yeah, you definitely need the Windows 10, just everything else and all. The Protoss were also cool, but they also look way better. Exactly, because they're actually using the new, you know, the remastered edition. Because what it is, alright, I'm going to close this out. The remaster, when they came out, they actually like upgraded the game engine, this and everything else. Now the story itself is still the same, this and everything else. It's still the same, this and everything else. So they updated the game engine, this and everything else. Now granted, yeah, you're gonna see these battle logic and loot crates, this and everything else and all. But when I used to do these battles, yeah, my one friend always wanted to get to these esports thing, just everything else. But I always thought these updates of PlayStation thought, yeah, there's a lot of these. Like I said, these are all StarCraft 1. Return. There she is. Yeah, and here's another reason why I'm bringing it up. My one friend Charlie, he's my old high school friend, this and everything else, he actually found my one video that I did this, you know, a year ago, and he's like, Jimmy, why did you not do nothing more? Back then I forgot about it, this and everything else, but as you can see, StarCraft 1 and 2 has now gone free to play. So if you enjoyed playing this when you was in, you know, while you was growing up, this and everything else and all, StarCraft is now free to play, this and everything else. So, and as you can see, this is the remastered edition. So you've got all of these newer things, but the free to play. So if you want to do the free to play, yeah, the free to play unlocks all of these, just and everything else. But since I did pick up the pre-ordered remastered, which was a year ago, this and everything else, as you can see, remastered graphics to 4K, remastered dialogue and audio, 13 things, you know, all of this, just and everything else and all. So I will be adding this to my little list, this and everything else and all. But here you go. You got the Zergs here. And then you got the Protoss. And yeah, this is all on the led by the Queen of the Lake, that the alien Zerg was set to unleash horror to the galaxy. Now, I will have to say, I do need to do the remastered, because there's a few extra cutscenes. If you have the remastered done and completed, you'll see a few extra things as it leads from, the remastered 1 into StarCraft 2, with everything else. You'll see some extras, and seeing how, what happened with her, basically, slide all the way down here, where, she was doing her thing, that did everything else and all, and spoiler alert, something seriously happened to her, that did everything else, that basically, that makes her, basically, that did everything else. And as you see, there's 4 ways to play. You got your story campaign, which I'll be showing. The diversity mode is what we used to do right here, where we could pick up these maps and attack each other and go at each other, did everything else and all. The co-op mission, now this is new to me. Team up with a friend and do epic battles, epic missions with specialized commander. This here is new to me, and my one friend Charlie was telling me, StarCraft 2 came out in 2010, is free to play. Is it on Steam? Yeah, it's on Steam. It's on, well, I think it is. No, more than likely not on Steam. It's probably gonna make you download the BattleNet thingy here. So I don't think it's on Steam. No, I don't see it. Because I don't see the Steam logo. So I don't think it. I can get it, maybe we can co-op. Yeah, like I said, it'll make you, and you click on this one, try 3, that's everything else, and all. Like I said, it basically had me, download the thing here, that's everything else, and install the thing. So I've already looked at it, and yeah, that screenshot you saw there, yeah, it remembers me playing a year ago, so I'm only like at 11% basically. Now, there's my little queen right there. I used to play her and along with her. Does it cross-platform? Yeah, if you do the co-op one, because that's what Charlie was telling me. If you do this, just everything else and all, let's go ahead and activate it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start it. And like I said, these are all of the... And there he is. Now, the co-op is right here. Renegade Commander. Random Mission. I'm going to move my overlays. So as you can see, play co-op based on the mission with an ally. So you've got that one, that one, wait, is remastered StarCraft 1 or StarCraft? Remastered is the first one. That's what remastered is. It's literally the first one with everything else and all. So you do the, go back. I'm going to figure out how you do this. Collection? featured. No, it's not that. Relays? Yeah, then I don't have relays to deal with though. Yeah, it's gotta be the other way. Yeah, see, I'm not seeing. No, not me. I'm not lucky enough. I know that. Yeah, because like I said, the remastered, what's new? And down here you got the Terran, just everything else. The Zergs right there. And the Protoss. Can you show us how to get this and how much it is? Well, right there it's free to play, as you can see. That's everything else. Let's see what it does. There it is, $13.99. That's everything else. So that's how much it is right there. $13.99. That's everything else. The computer you need, and as you can see, not a strong computer. It needs a very weak computer. That's everything else and all. But it has been remastered, and they, as you notice right here, Windows 10 64 that. You know, like right here, the Data 8800 GT 12. Yeah, that's what I used to play on. Until dual quad Q6600 with the GeForce 8800. That's what I used to play on. So you see. So my game teachers can have. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this thing is, when it first came out, you know, you literally had to have at least an Intel Core 2 or the AMD 64. Back then, sadly, the Athlon, this AMD Athlon 64, was actually faster than the Intel Core 2 back then. But the 3850, it was an okay video card, but the 8800 here was a better video card for the graphic rendering and making all the special effects and stuff. So that's what I used to have back then. So yeah, you can see it's $13.99. It's everything else, which let me take it back. So you can go ahead, and the one thing about this one, it's a one-time thing. You know, when you buy it, that's everything else. It's literally a one-time thing. You can play the game free of charge, so you get the legendary gameplay, offline campaign mode, connect to the Blizzard app to get news, the Azure mode where you can follow somebody and watch them play the game, and then of course the Windows 10 support. So you get all of this free of charge. But if you pay that $13.99, you get all of this extra stuff. And like I said, it's a one-time charge. And then it gets added to your account, and it's part of your account like Threader. Just everything else and all. Okay, why is that? Graphic device of the blah. Attacks your data touch rendering such as record. I don't know why, because it's, because I am, like I said, I'm playing on the PC, but it's, what's in the call thing, it's actually catching it and sending it over to you guys so you guys can see it. So it's probably causing that issue. When I did that off because the TC, well, I think that the TC is better. Because, as of now, PlayStation 4 is actually now antique because when the E3 comes out, they're bringing out that PlayStation 5. So, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and all this other, no, they're antiques now, come this summer. They're antiques. So we've got the PlayStation 5 coming out and all. Alright, I'm going to check my video quality. Alright, I'm going to go down here. Options. Graphics. So you can see, it does the 134. I have to take the Z-Sync, bring that online. Wow, it's being picky. Yeah, they're all using the PlayStation Store for a while. Yeah, I think it'd be easier because it has mouse and button control. I read. That's unlikely. They announced that there's deduction that they're not going to. Like I said, I was seeing this thing the other day. Someone posted Xbox One and PlayStation 4 antiques now. And then they started posting about this new Google console that's got the really nice console playing. And I'm like, okay. Wow. Yeah, one thing, it's nice and clear that on the screen, it's flickering on the screen. PlayStation Authority use the wheel menu. Yeah, exactly. It'll use the wheel thingy. Exactly. And you notice the little sandwich got a little facey thing, eh? Yeah, it's just on my end for a few seconds there was an odd, I like this part. He runs. And there's the smiley face thing, eh? As you can say. And there he is down here with the happy face. Alright, now, as you can see, I've now just put it on Wings of Liberty. Alright, let's do this. We're going to put it on casual.
They say a man never really knows himself. Until his freedom's been taken away. I wonder, how well do you know yourself?
And you see, this is the updated graphics. It looks really good.
Convict 626. Murderer. Pirate. Traitor. Today, you go free. But, as you'll soon learn, even freedom has a price.
Combat suit sealed and locked.
You'll carry your prison with you. That armor will be your new cell.
It might, Aaron. It
Make
might.
no mistake. War is coming. With all its glory. And all its horror. Mr. Findlay, your freedom awaits.
Hell, it's about time.
Now you notice on his 53rd knife drop down, you can actually see the tasting on the taste and everything else, getting him intel out of suit. So like I said, this whole game has been optimized to Windows 10. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do.
And in other news today, Emperor Arcturus Mengsk held a press conference commemorating the end of the so-called Brood War some 4 years ago. Our own Kate Lockwell was on the scene.
See, there's that flicker on.
The new Zerg invasion is still very
On my game, it's completely timed on the stream. It's got a slight little flicker going.
rebels like Jim Raynor.
Jim Raynor represents a clear and present threat to this Dominion.
No wonder.
He is an
Backwater Station is the center of Dominion logistics on Mos.
Yeah, quit the right now. I got an idea. I think what it is, it might be because, got options. Allows you to change the time of the display. Windows could cause a drop in the tolerance. Allows you to change. Now I like this right here. So you people that want to whine about too much violence, too much blood, too much whatever, there you go. Oh, it caused the game to shut down. I'm not sure, because like I said, on the game is fine. I have no flickering, no nothing. But on the stream, as it's switching from one screen to another, you see this weird glitch for a few seconds. And I don't know if you hear that, as it's switching from screen to screen. Let's see if it does it. It was, because there was people yelling about how violent the game was and how glory, you know, because of all the blood shots and everything. See again, there it is. On the computer, the game is fine. But on the stream, I'm seeing this odd flicker going on. Not flicker, I'm not sure why. Options. Synchronize your frame rate to some section of the monitor's refresh rate. We'll just analyze, smooth out the edges in the game. Unless you can't do it. Let's try that. Like I said, if that don't work, then I'll just do a local recording and then I'll do an upload, see how that plays out. Yeah, there it is. Now it's not flickering. Yeah, they're good. Now it's not flickering. Now it's okay. Alright, here we go again. I take it back. I think that's what it is, because it keeps switching. As you notice, this keeps getting turned off. This over here keeps getting turned off. Alright, let's do 120. Because like I said, I can do 134. Activate you. Full screen. Let's do... Alright, allows you to change the throw new weapon. Full screen windowed. Window may cause drops in the tolerance. See if that fixes it. Yay! Seems like it's behaving itself now. Well, like I said, I'm streaming it to my rest stream. And There it goes again. It's flickering like crazy. But on the computer, the game looks fine. So at rest screen, it's showing it's a flickered mess. And then each time I go into menus, let me guess. See? It didn't save it again. For some reason, when I keep telling it to, set my phone. Let's try that. Yeah, because for some reason it's not saving. It's staying on the game, but not on the stream. They'll tell them to stream. Exactly. Because the game is dying. But the stream's not catching it correctly. It's all flickery. And there's a doot. Let me guess, it didn't say, did it? No, it didn't. It's not saving it. You go into this, whatever. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to call it, because I do need to get some lunch, this and everything else. And about an hour, 2 hours, Elite Danger's is gonna be doing its, Hudson runs. Did you check the stream? Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. I'm not dropping no frames. It's holding at 30 frames a second. So, I don't know. Yeah, I probably can. So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and jump out here. This and everything else. Let me turn the game. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and jump out here, because like I said, I need to get some lunch, this and everything else. And I do have 2 Discord. I have my old one, which is the sci-fi, which you can find me on, this and everything else. On my game streams and game page to the Patreon page, I have the new Discord, this and everything else. So you'll have to kind of give me heads up which one you're all interested in, this and everything else. But I'm going to go ahead and jump out here. I am not sure why I can't seem to do this, and everything else, but I am very interested, because I want to see what this guy can do, since he, improved the Zergs, and everything else and all. And when I used to play this game, that's all I ever played. I played as the Zergs, and everything else and all. So, I'm going to go ahead and jump off here, and I'll jump over to Discord so I can talk to Aaron, and whoever, anybody else is interested, please come follow me, this and everything else, and thank you for watching, Talon. Hopefully I'll figure out this thing, because I want to see what this guy can do. I did read into it. If you choose to play the Zerg in the beginning, you actually get this guy right off the bat. So you're able to use his technology and this and everything else and all once you get this guy's technology. So I'm looking forward to using this guy. So I will catch everyone later. So let's go ahead and do the ending. And you'll notice there and I have the new ending timeline. Alright, so this is South on the Another Watching Jr. Thank you for watching. Please come follow me. You'll notice my link there to my Patreon. Please click on that and you go to my Patreon page. Please come support me and follow me. Also check out the games I have. I have Star Trek, Star Wars, and down there where it says Other, you can check Elite Dangerous, Necro Online, and send the battle text. So thanks for watching and following. Bye. And I will see everyone later now. Thank you for watching and following. Bye.